Welcome back to the At Home with Roby show. I'm Ashley Davis along with Trent Haston. We're your hosts. We're glad you're spending your Sunday morning with us. Whether you're in the car or on the couch, you're always at home with Roby. Visit us today at andrewroby.com. That's Andrew, R-O-B-Y.com. Or call us at 704-334-5477. Trent, that was a great segment with David. We're now joined by Patrick McIsaac. Patrick, you oversee our Roby Electric department, company. Thanks so much for being here.
Hey, thanks for having me, guys.
So, Trent, I know Roby Electric was obviously not part of the original Andrew Roby company, but it's kind of what you spun up kind of out of necessity. I know you've told the story a couple of times about how this electric company kind of came into being.
Yeah, Mouse was a guy. He was a carpenter's helper but had been an electrician his whole life, and we couldn't get it in the late 90s when the Charlotte market was real busy. We couldn't get any electricians. They were holding up our remodel projects, residential remodel projects, and my dad as the leader being number one, such a hustler, get the job done type guy. Number two, always for our clients. He said, "The heck with this. I'm not going to get these jobs done. I get Mouse to do them." And so that's how it started. And then we said, let's name it. We didn't name it Roby Electric. We named it IET, Integrated Electrical Technologies, which whatever that means, I have no clue.
That's pretty
sounded good at the time.
We really didn't know what we were doing. And then a couple years, about 05, 06, when we rebranded our company with the Residential Triangle originally, we also thought about rebranding the Roby Electric with the Circle. And that's kind of when the brand took a life of itself. We put that out there for a couple years. And then I think it's January 1st of 09 of all times, we set off on our own and formed its own company, which Roby Electric is a corporation. And that's the beginning. I think Patrick joined us in 10, right?
Yeah, that's right, September.
Fall of 10.
That's right.
I remember that. And I'll tell this story, too. This is a good story. We love Ferguson. Ferguson is a brand partner of ours. They're really number one brand partner. Big fans. Plumbing fixtures and appliances. We're going to have those guys on the radio show a couple times this year. We have a lot of fun with them. I've talked about how business to business in the early 2000s was really taking that in, and that really helped us grow our business. Ferguson was a key in teaching me the value of business to business. But Patrick also came from Ferguson. And Patrick and Dave met at Ferguson, worked together for years, and I think Patrick actually took Dave's job when Dave left Ferguson.
That's exactly right. He trained me in a red Roby pickup truck.
and so Dave loved Patrick, best friends. He said, "Man, one day if we ever continue to grow and need other good leaders, whippersnappers, we need to talk to Patrick." So we did, and then I love Ferguson, and I really respect Craig Montgomery. Ran the Charlotte area at the time, but now I think he runs North and South Carolina. He is an awesome guy and a great leader and a great friend of mine. But when Patrick came to work for us, Craig called me up and said, "You at least got to let me buy you lunch and look you in the eye for an hour." And I said, okay. So I did. And frankly, Craig and I knew each other for a couple years before that and hung out, but I think that was where Craig and I really became good friends and gained a great respect for each other. And we've used lemons as lemonade. Our business is flourished. We made a pact at the time to never cross those lines again, not that it was even intentional, but we're that strong of allies. And Patrick, he's been with us since fall of 10, so you've been with us over 5 years now. We fought in the trenches, starting a business from scratch and growing a business and trying to get the bandwidth to cover overhead and figure out the right amount of overhead to grow a business and the right amount of PR marketing expense and the pay rates and all that stuff. Everything that comes with growing a business, we've learned together, right, Patrick?
Yeah, that's right. It's been a wild 5 years. But it seems like this past year we sort of have really focused in on really custom and direct to the consumer and the business owner, along with some industrial applications as well. So, I think that's really where the company's gone, which is really the opposite of where a lot of people have gone, given the way the construction market has been, both new construction, residential, and multifamily. So we've kind of gone the other way by wanting to work directly with with some key builders and most importantly, directly with homeowners, business owners, and industrial facilities that need light maintenance work that might have a difficult time finding electricians or electrical contractors.
Well, I think the key word is focus, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
correct.
You guys are doing the Sandler. Dave's championed that. So y'all definitely believe in the same education. You're the same family. You're Roby family of companies. I manage Patrick. Patrick is my liaison. That is an operation that I work with dearly. So Patrick and I are great friends. But focus. I think that is the key word moving forward for Roby Electric.
Well, I think it all boils down. All the things that you just said boil down to customer service and the customer experience. And I really think that it's pretty simple when you say it. We show up when we say we're going to show up. We do what we say we're going to do, and we do it at a fair price. And that's saying a lot. Unfortunately, probably public perception in our industry. It's difficult to hit those three key points, but that's our focus. And I think what you're talking about with Sandler is going to enhance that customer experience by training our staff to better understand exactly how and what they're selling.
It's a great point. If you're just tuning in, you're listening to the At Home with Roby show. We're talking with Patrick McIsaac from Roby Electric. If you want to find out more about what Roby Electric can do for you, go to andrewroby.com or give us a call at 334-5477. Of course, that's 704. Patrick, I think a lot of people think because you're Roby Electric, you only do electrical work for Andrew Roby. You're your own company, right? So if somebody needs a ceiling fan hung, an electric panel put in, they call you directly and you take care of that for them.
Yeah, that's a great segue too, Ash. That's exactly right. So we actually stand alone. We're a standalone operation. We do a little work for Andrew Roby Construction, but generally they have more of the construction type electrical contractors that do a lot of their work. And those guys are slam jam busy. I mean, that market is really strong right now, which sort of opens the door for the type of business that we're really focusing on attaining, and that's direct with the homeowner. A ceiling fan, a tripping breaker. If you have a business with lights that are flickering, you want to add a backup generator. If you're an industrial facility getting a new piece of equipment and want to run one circuit, that's perfect for us. And generally, you'll find that a lot of our bigger competitors, not to knock them, I think they're super busy right now and they do great work, but they just don't have time to do this kind of stuff. And that's
I can
that's
tell
our
you from
focus.
personal experience, folks, I used Roby Electric right before I joined the company.
Outdoor kitchen, right?
Not had a better experience with an electric company. They came out, they took care of it. So if you need anything in your home, they are the guys to call. Call Patrick, call his team. They'll come out, they'll take care of it, large or small. And I've heard your radio spots before, and you make a great point. You don't do that stuff by yourself, right? You might put some trim up. You might not call us to maybe paint a bedroom, but you don't mess with electrical outlets.
Man, his radio spot on 610, is that a competitor here with us?
Station, yeah.
Man, I didn't know. Patrick and I went yesterday down to, I helped him change out a vehicle, so we rode together, and then I jumped in one, and he jumped in another, and the dang thing was blaring 610. Yeah. I listen to WBT, guys. I'm a loyal patron.
That wasn't my truck.
No, I listen to country music actually, but it was blaring 610, and I just now figured out why, because he's on the daggone radio.
Hi, I'm Patrick McIsaac.
No, yeah, what the heck? Should I give you
there you go.
$30 off. No, we do have some commercials and some pretty good coupons out there. But you're focusing on the home. I think that for 16, we want to get the message out to the public that we also do commercial and industrial service work. I mean, heck, we have guys that call us that are moving a copy machine, and guess what? There's no electrical outlet. I mean, that's something you need on the fly. You need pretty quickly. We can handle it generally same day on smaller projects like that. But I know it happens all the time. You want to add a light fixture, change your conference room, those kinds of things. Or like I said before, an industrial facility that might need to add a piece of equipment. Those are ideal situations for our company.
Great. I think another thing, I'll say this, I know we're running out of time here, but along the lines of focus, something we're doing this year, we got a partnership with Enterprise. We're trying to, coming from a family business of blue collar hustlers, we thought we were car dealers, right? I mean,
we tried pretty hard at that.
I think me and Dad and Travis have more fun buying and selling cars, losing money at every
Roby
turn.
Automotive.
But
we could have had one.
Though we love our favorite mechanic, Jeff Standback, we want to get him just doing proactive maintenance, not needed maintenance.
How many of our old vehicles are parked in his parking lot right now? Every time I go over there, I'm just
there's
wow.
3 Roby Electric vans
there's
there
two.
today.
Yeah,
That's
two.
funny.
Yeah, and then I think there's a Andrew Roby truck that's sort of in the graveyard back there.
That's great.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we got to take a break. Patrick, thanks so much for being here, buddy. Stay with us. When we come back, we're going to talk Charlotte real estate. You're listening to the At Home with Roby show. Visit us today at andrewroby.com.